Hey, you watching this? Who, me? Yeah, you. Do you want to see one of the best early game builds in Elden Ring? Definitely watch until the end so you can see this epic build. This is also good for late game. This is overall just an overpowered build and something you need to see. Now the focus for this build is magma. You will be leaving a pool of magma when you do this, so that means it will always be hitting your enemy. That's gonna build up and just do tons and tons of damage. And before I do get into the items that make this build insane, I do want to mention today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is AoEAH.com. Go right ahead, check them out down below. Use code SILENT for 3% off. Definitely appreciate them for sponsoring this channel, and definitely check them out because they are cheap, fast, and reliable. That's it, and let's move on to this exact build. So the weapon you're going to be using is the Magma Marine's Scale Sword. Hopefully I said that right, but this one right here is a thing that you can get in the early game, like I said, and what this does is this does fire damage and does physical damage as well. When you use it, there's going to be a pool of magma, which is going to do consistent damage. Just make sure they're in that pool. Then you're going to be doing it 2 more attacks after that for it to finish all the attacks. Now we're going to be adding tons of talisman and just tons of things to make this even better. You're going to be doing a ton of damage by the end of this video, so stay tuned for all the additional stuff with this build. So if you don't know how to get this weapon, you're going to have to defeat a boss, but you can defeat this boss right when you start the game. You don't have to go through any additional bosses, and you want to go right ahead, head north from spawn. Instead of going through the castle, you want to instead take a right, go to this bridge, then just take a left and just keep on going up. Just keep on going up like you see me. I'm just simply showing you where to go. If you know, looking at the map, this is the best way to explain it, but basically you keep going up, you know, kind of take a little bit of a right up here. Then you will see a cliff. You want to simply climb the cliff by going through the elevators until you get to a boss, which that boss will drop the sword that you need for this early game build. Now I have already beat it in my footage because, you know, I've already gotten this build, but there will be a boss. This boss is very easy to beat, especially if you have a long range attack. So go right ahead, get magic or get a bow, and you should have no problems. Now after you get that, you want to simply go right ahead and upgrade that weapon however high you can, 9, 10, 2, 3, you know, the higher the better. Then you want to head all the way over to this part of the volcano right here. If you go in this shack, there's going to be a golden vow. You definitely want to get this because it's going to boost the attack that you do with this weapon. You also want a seal, so you can grab any seal you want. You just need one to actually activate that golden vow. Alright, now I'm going to mention talismans. Now I'm going to explain exactly how I get them, and most of these you can get very easily and very early. The first one is the Godfrey icon. This one right here enhances charged spells and skills, and you're going to be using a charged up skill, and this one is located all the way right here. I've literally had this in pretty much every build that I've made, so most of you probably already have it, but if you don't, it's located right here. Simply put a stone key inside of the statue, then go to the middle of this platform, examine the thing, and you will see a boss is going to spawn, and you're going to have to take out a boss for this actual Godfrey icon. That is going to make it so you do more damage with your attacks. Next thing is the Fire Scorpion Charm. This one raises fire attack, and you're going to be using fire with this, so this is perfect for this build. So you definitely want this. This can be gotten super early. You do not need to defeat any bosses for this. So you want to start from the Sea the Water Terminus, and this one right here is, you know, just a grace. You want to spawn here, then from this grace, just go in this right here and just run right past this enemy. Don't touch him because he is annoying to take out. You know, just walk right past him, then head up these stairs. Once you are up here, you want to simply just go right ahead and jump behind this wall, or, you know, this kind of little like fence type of thing, and you will see there's going to be this wooden part. Pick up this item, which will be that charm that you need that raises your fire attack, and this is definitely very useful because you're using fire. Next thing is the Ritual Sword Talisman, and this one is simply achieved. This one makes it so you get increased attack and damage when you're at full health. So with this build, just make sure you're dodging and everything, because when you're at full health, you're gonna be doing even more damage with this build. And the way you get this item is by heading to this grace, then just follow me up this kind of, you know, cliff right here. Once you're right here, you want to go down these stairs, defeat this boss right here, which is really not too hard to defeat. Then just open this chest and you got it. You got the talisman. Those are the 3 talisman you need. And now there is one more, which is the Shard of Alexander. This one greatly boosts attack power of skills. skills, you're using a skill, so it's going to greatly boost the attack power. And this one is found by finishing the Alexander questline. Now, this is the only one that might be, you know, a little bit later since you have to do the whole Alexander questline, so keep that in mind, but everything else is very early game. But this one is definitely not super late game, but go right ahead and get this by completing that questline. Not going to explain that in this video, it will make this a lot longer, but once you're done getting that talisman and getting all of those, you know, if you just have the first 3, that's perfectly fine because you will still be doing more damage. So now after you have all of those items, you know, your early game, you have all of those items, or at least 3 of those talisman, you are all good. You guys can use this insane build and go through the game. You want to go right ahead and use this build by activating that golden vow before you go into battle, because that golden vow is going to boost your attack damage, and that right there is really useful. Now when you do actually attack the enemy, you want to make sure he stays in that pool of magma, because that is the main thing with this build that makes it so OP. And you know, as well as the physical attack, obviously, like just combining both the magma and the physical is insane. And if he stays in that pool while you're attacking him, you can go right ahead and just non-stop give him damage over and over and over. Make sure you dodge him as well, because if you don't dodge him, then you're not going to get that boost from that ritual sword talisman, since like I said, that one ritual sword talisman only gives you that boost if you're at full health. So go right ahead, keep using this, go right ahead, dodge your enemies. You know, there are many things that I like about this, and one of the things is that when you do actually do the animation of jumping up and slamming on the actual enemy, your enemy can't stop you from doing that. So if you're doing it, you're doing it. If they do attack you, that ritual sword talisman will go away, but you will still go in for the attack, which is great, because I have seen with the other weapons, if you do end up doing those attacks, you know, those long kind of attacks where you're doing something, if the enemy hits you, you kind of get boosted out of that and you have to retry. With this one, you can actually go right ahead and do that, you know, jump and slam attack and literally not get boosted out. It is really cool, and you can use this just to go through the game. Just make sure they stay in that pool of magma. That's it for this build. I showed you exactly how to use it. Make sure you have the golden vow, then slam down, use that magma, and then go right ahead and just keep on using the magma, dodge the attacks, and just try not to get hit. Everything will come together, boost your damage, and if you have that weapon upgraded to level 10, you'll do even more damage. But yeah, that's it for this build. Hopefully you did enjoy. This is one of the best early game builds that you can get right when you start the game. Now let me know in the comments down below, are you new to this game? Who's new? Who just got this game? Because if you just got this game, welcome to Elden Ring and enjoy this game, man. I hope you have fun going right ahead and just exploring, killing bosses, and feeding the game. But yeah, that's it. You know, let me know, actually, for real, let me know who just got this game. Let me know in the comments. I really want to see who's new. That's it. Thank you so much for your support on the videos, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to become part of the ninja team. But that's it. Have a great day or night. Peace out.